Hey, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. I'm a little bit late to this one, aren't I? I feel like some people do what I got for Christmas videos before it's Christmas, and I'm doing it like 2 weeks later. I like the idea that I'm doing this a little bit later as well, because I've had the chance to use some of these things, start reading some of the books that people gave me, start lighting some of the posh candles that people gave me, and yeah, maybe it's better that I'm doing it a little bit delayed because I've got the chance to use some of this stuff. So without further ado, let's crack on with this video. Okay, so the first thing that I want to start with, I actually got it for myself as a Christmas present, so thanks, Sean. One thing that I need to and want to do and definitely gonna make more an effort to do this year is start reading more. For some reason, over the last 2 years, I just haven't been able to get past like 3 pages. My attention span is just gone out the window. This year, I am definitely making more of an effort when I go to bed to just put my phone down, set my alarms, put my phone down and pick up a book. But this book is a memoir of a guy called Phil Knight who grew up in Oregon, America, and he founded the company Nike, which some of you may know as Nike if you're in America. I like to say Nike. But basically, I want to read this book because this book contains a story of a guy. I haven't read that much yet, but basically he went traveling when he was super young, and he had this like epiphany almost that he was like, I do not want to work like a dead-end job. I want to do something passionate, something that I'm passionate about, something that I want to feel like I get up every day and I want to be motivated to go to work. And basically, Phil Knight created Nike. He created the probably multi-billion-dollar company as we know it now, but back then, he just had some brilliant ideas. So yeah, this is probably a good book for me to dive into. The first book of 2018. I'm gonna write a little checklist off, I think, of all the books that I read this year. So then I can look back and be like, look Sean, you did it. One of your resolutions was to read more books and you did it. I should probably show it to the camera so you can see it. It's called Shoe Dog by Phil Knight. Kind of makes sense, right? Talking about taking notes, talking about writing down resolutions, and talking about keeping a record and being more organised. Another present that I bought myself, this is probably a weird way to start this video, Sean, talking about presents that you bought yourself, but I bought myself a bullet journal. I'm not going to show you the contents because there's some confidential note-taking that's been going on, so I can't show you the pages. There's videos online explaining the ins and outs of how to use these and what people have done, so I'm not going to bore you right now with how a bullet journal works. I suggest maybe I'll try and find a link to a video. You can go check it out if you're interested in the bullet journal or you've heard of the bullet journal before. So go do that, because I do not know what I'm talking about when I'm trying to explain something like this. I've got it because I've watched the videos and I thought it would be a great way for me to start this year and getting myself organised. Because if you've been watching my vlogs for a while, if you've watched some recent videos, or you watched my New Year's Q&A, you would have noticed that I mentioned 2018 is the year where I want to get organised, because it's something that I'm awful at. So this thing is going to help me on that journey to become more organised, and I've been using it since the 1st of January and it's definitely working for me. So if you're as unorganised as me, if you need some help or need some ideas, check this thing out, guys, because it is legit. It is so good. If it's working for me, it's definitely gonna work for you. Another book. It is more of a joke actually, but not a joke because it is so informative and I definitely need this. Poppy's mum and dad got me this for Christmas. It's called How Not to Kill Your Houseplants. But if you know us at all, we've got like 30 houseplants or something in this flat, and we get more literally every week. And the reason why we get more every week is because I want to feel like I live in a bloody jungle. But I need this to help me out because I had to throw away a plant today. I hate doing that, and I try my best to keep them alive, but sometimes it just doesn't work. So this thing will hopefully be my new house Bible of how I can just refer to it and make sure that I'm looking after each plant in its own way that it should be looked after. And I've had a flick through and it's definitely helped me so far, because I've already noticed that I'm not talking about this. This is more of like a video prop, so I don't have to maintain this, it's never gonna die. But I've already noticed whilst flicking through some of the pages in this that I've been overwatering the plant, so this is definitely going to get used. So thank you very much, Amanda and Nick, for giving this to me and Poppy, because, well, let's face it, you know us too well. This one was a fun gift. This was from Alfie, and gaming, these are gaming headphones basically. I plug them into the PlayStation and I can talk to people across the world. They're so good. Basically, they're like noise cancellation. It's got a setting on here that says superhuman hearing, and I have been using this because I've become addicted to this game online. It's called Fortnite, and I cannot get myself away from it. It's a game online. I'm sitting there on my sofa, I join a game, I'm then joined by 99 more people from around the world, real life people playing this game online. And basically the aim is to be the last man standing. So I have been taking full advantage of this superhuman setting on here, because I can hear people like run behind me or shoot from a mile away in the game, and I know where they are because I'm using these headphones. They are so good. I think they're by a company called Turtle Beach. I should have googled this before I started filming this video, but it's by a company called Turtle Beach, or these are the Turtle Beach headphones. There's numbers and a name on here, Air Force PX24, so maybe that's the name of the company. It says it along the top, Turtle Beach. But anyway, if any of you guys are into your gaming, something that I definitely want to do more of this year is definitely sit in front of the PlayStation and play some sick games. I've already got a couple on my list that I want to play. Also, my handle is Seanelliottoc on PlayStation, so if you want to add me up, we can play some Fortnite or something. I appreciate as well that all of you who are watching this video who aren't gamers, just forget about that last bit if you're not interested, okay? Next thing, I mentioned Posh Candle that I've been using, and by Posh Candle, it's just my way of saying smelly candles. Candles that smell nice. Poppy Days got me this one, and it smells amazing. I was burning this earlier on, and Poppy literally walked past and was like, oh, I wondered what smelled so masculine. It is a very masculine smell. I love the design, it's so simple. It just says 1970, black and white. It smells amazing. It's by a company called Bella and Freud, and the scent is black musk and patchouli, or patchouli. Whatever one you like explaining that word. Whatever way you like saying that word, I say patchouli. I always used to burn incense when I used to live at home with my family. I don't know why I don't do that anymore, because I love the smell, and it's got a very similar scent to one of their incense sticks that I used to burn. Maybe that's why I love it so much. It's kind of like a nostalgic smell. But yeah, big fan of that. If you're into your posh smelly candles, this one is definitely a winner in my books. 1970 by Bella and Freud. Let's move on to another thing that Amanda and Nick bought me. I went away to Bath just after Christmas. I used it straight away. As soon as I unwrapped it, I was using it. Actually, as soon as I unwrapped it, I put all my other presents in it. It is a bag, and it's more of like a travel bag. It's by a company called MKI. So the last couple of years, I became a massive fan of this company just because of its affordability. I think this bag's roughly around 40 quid, 45 pounds. So I was super happy to receive this bag off them, because not only do I love it, I love the brand, and I love how practical it is because there's enough space in there to go. It's more of like my weekend bag, but I love it because I've also got the rucksack, which I've been using for frickin' ages. So you can notice it's got like the same label, the same zip, but it's just a little thing on the zip. Anyway, this bag also has the same thing. So I've got like a little travel set now for when I go away. I've got my rucksack, which my laptop and other bits will go in, and then I've also got my big old travel weekend bag. I'm set. What next? This was a lovely gift from Alfie and Zoe. It is a scarf, which is very appropriate, right, for this weather we're having. So this is by a company called Aquascutum. I should probably take that label off, shouldn't I, just so it looks cool. But it's an English-based brand. They founded in London. They founded in 1851. They've been going that long. I've wanted one of these scarves specifically since I was about 13, 14. I think it was around the same time that the films like Football Factory and various other films like that came out. I just idolised what people were wearing in those films. So they were like really hot on brands like Stone Island and Aquascutum. So I now have one. That many years later from when I was 13. I'm 20, nearly 27 now, guys. And I finally got the scarf I always wanted. So that was a very nice gift to receive as well. Also, I don't know if you noticed, this backdrop, right? This is my new office. It's still a work in progress, but I haven't got anything up on the wall. And I like having this space around me rather than just like me being my face literally here. But I'm loving this space around me. And I need to get some artwork up on the wall, and that's a nice transition into the next thing that I want to talk about. But my friend Benji did a course recently. It was a printmaking course, and he gave me one of his prints that he made, which was really nice of him. So it'll be safe to know, Benji, that it's going up in my office. I need to get this framed, so it's going to stay in that protective layer until I get it framed. I need to do that really soon. He wrote a little message on the back as well. It says, Sean, Merry Christmas, may your high fives never be left hanging. Your buddy Benji. So that's what he did. That's what he did on his course, and I really, really like it. I think he did a really good job. So it's nice that my office is going to have some nice colourful artwork in it now. Check that out. Handmade by my friend. Oh, I nearly forgot. There's one thing that's up on my coat rack, which I wanted to talk to you about. This was also from Amanda and Nick, Poppy's mum and dad. And I fell in love with this jacket when I went to Edinburgh. And Alfie actually bought it whilst we were there because he's a larger size than me, and unfortunately they didn't have my size, they had his size, and he really liked it as well, so he got it when we were out there. And I wasn't distressed, but I was like, oh damn it, I love that jacket. And Amanda and Nick, Poppy's mum and dad, were nice enough to find it online and buy it for me for Christmas, which was really, really sweet of them, really, really thoughtful. So I was super happy to receive this. It is an Adidas Originals jacket. It's actually reversible, so the inner lining is nice and beige, but you can turn this jacket inside out and wear it the other way. But the reason why I love this jacket, the reason why I fell in love with this jacket is because it's from a recent collaboration between Adidas Originals and Pharrell Williams. He has done major things with the music industry as well as now the fashion industry. And I just fell in love with the collection that he did with them. And this jacket is super, super cool. So it's HU for human made. You know how much I love my camo, right? This has got like 20 different styles of camo on it. It's so cool. The thing that I'm making more of an effort this year is to collect and read more magazines. So I've got a couple of magazines which I read online, but I also like having, you know, legit copies in my hand and stuff that I can collect and hold and have on my bookshelf and stuff. One of which is High Sobriety and Hypebeast, but I've also recently started getting into reading and getting hold of this Crep City magazine. A very insightful publication housing a lot of very interesting interviews and a lot of contributions from a lot of very interesting people within the industry. So if you're into your trainers and you're into that kind of thing and streetwear culture, I highly advise you can try and pick up this copy if it's still available. It's the 5th issue from Crep City. This one was definitely an amazing read because a lot of people housed in this one issue are people that I follow on Instagram and have made an effort to keep on tabs of what they're doing because they're creating some insane stuff within the trainer sneaker culture at the moment. So Crep City, for all of you sneakerheads out there, pick up a copy of this because it is freaking legit. We're nearly coming to an end, folks. I just wanted to tell you about a couple more things. One being this very slight bangle that I got given off Alfie and Zoe. It's so thin because I have really small wrists, but rather luckily it was the same kind of gold colour as my Nixon watch that I've got. So I've not taken that bangle off since I was given it by those guys at Christmas. I'm in love with it, and I think it goes so well with my watch that I wear every day as well. So yeah, there it is. Oh, it's by a company called Nagel and Sisters. I'm sorry if I've gotten that wrong, but it's 3 sisters who live in London. They are coming up with some really cool jewellery. So if you're into your very like, I wouldn't even say minimalist, just nice jewellery, nice stuff, go check them out. I'm going to try and leave the links to all of these things in the description if you are interested. So that one was super nice. Again, I haven't taken it off since I received it, and yeah, I love it. No Christmas for Seanelliottoc would be right if he wasn't given a pair of trainers. This is the last thing that I'm going to show you guys. It is a pair of luxury trainers, something which I don't own, and I think some of the reasoning behind this present is because of my job and because of some of the things that we do and what I do is I get invited to events, and I'm the kind of person that doesn't really like dressing up that much. Like, I feel really out of my comfort zone, say if I had to wear a shirt for instance, so or wear like some fancy shoes. Like, it's not really my vibe. I do it and I enjoy it, I just don't feel that comfortable. So I feel that this was an incredibly thoughtful gift from Poppy, because she knows I love my trainers and she knows that it would be super casual. So she got me some luxury trainers, and they are amazing and I love them. And I wore them actually to London Fashion Week. I went to London Fashion Week 2 or 3 days ago now, and I wore these because that's the kind of thing that I would wear to an event like that. So they came very handy for me at London Fashion Week. I felt amazing. It's from the brand Gucci. I'm sure a lot of you have heard of it. If you haven't heard of it in 2017, I don't know where you were, because they absolutely smashed it in 2017. So let me show you properly. Let me give you a little close up. So we've got the Gucci snake on the side. That features on both shoes. They are high tops as well. Very similar kind of shape to a Converse high top, if you're familiar with those shoes. It also features 2 little brass tigers, look, on the tongues, which is awesome. On the back it's got the kind of original Gucci colours, the red and green. But that's them, guys. I freaking love these shoes. First pair of luxury trainers that I own, and they go straight back in the box where I look after them. Like every single pair of shoes I own actually, but I put every single pair of shoes that I own back in the box after I worn them. I feel like it, you know, it keeps them nice and clean. I just generally look after them because it's a passion of mine, isn't it? Collecting shoes and trainers and stuff. So yeah, that was Poppy's present to me. So thank you, Poppy, if you're watching this video. You're amazing. So there it is. There's all the lovely things that I got from all the lovely people in my life. I hope you all had an amazing Christmas. I've said that in the last 2 videos I think that I've put out, but we're still in the Christmas vibe. I'm talking about my Christmas present, so it makes sense. But I really do hope you enjoyed the break and you're easing yourselves into 2018 and you're as excited as I am for what this year brings to me and to all of you guys. So on that note, I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe if you don't already for all those future videos that are coming out real soon. We're gonna smash 2018, I promise. So I will see you real soon with another video, guys. Thank you for sticking with me. Bye.